Nirmala College of Pharmacy and the respected principal Dr. Sheikh Abdul Rahman for giving me opportunity for being contributed to this national webinar. Good morning to all the dignitaries and the delegates who are participated in the national webinar throughout these 2 days. And today is the last day of the national webinar. And my presentation is, it is going to indicate the opportunities of the pharmacy profession. So there are a ocean of opportunities are there. So we'll discuss one by one, and also for the life sciences graduates also. And during my presentation, I will cover the opportunities for both pharmacy graduates and as well as life science graduates. And coming to the pharmacy, pharmacy is a profession which includes and links with the health science to the chemical science and physical science. So here I mentioned physical science. Why? Means the pharmacy is not only selling the drugs in the shops or drugstores, right? It also includes the production and manufacturing of the drugs. So for the purpose of the manufacturing and production of the drugs, the pharmacy should be able to know both the chemical science and also physical science in order to deal with the equipment during the manufacturing process. A pharmacy course links both biological science, chemical science, and physical science. And the pharmacy includes discovery, development, production, and distribution of the drugs. A pharmacist not only involves in the selling of the drugs and not only involves in the manufacturing of the drug, but also there is a responsibility to the pharmacist to discover new molecules, since year by year we are facing new diseases and pandemic disasters, and for that there is a high trust in the new drug discovery. And also after discovery, that drug has to be developed into different dosage forms like tablets and capsules, and also IV preparations, and also some like inhalations like that. And the pharmacist role is to discover a new molecule and to develop the molecule into the dosage forms and to produce or to manufacture the same dosage forms in order to meet the demands of the human being, and also distribution of the drugs. And so drugs are nothing but the chemicals which can be used in the diagnosis and prevention or cure or in the relief of the symptoms of a disease. Right, here comes, I'm showing the job opportunities in the pharmacy profession. So this is the complete picture where you can get an idea of ocean of opportunities in the pharmacy profession. So there are production and manufacturing jobs. So that means a pharmacist, after completion of his B.Pharm degree, he can join in the production company and manufacturing company, where he can synthesize, where he can involved in the manufacturing of the drugs, and also he can join in the formulation development, and also he can join quality assurance and quality control, where the drugs were tested for their purity, and also drug regulatory affairs. This is so one more a core branch of the pharmacy, where the people who joined in the drug regulatory affairs, so they will deal with the drug laws. So how to get the approval from the government to produce the drugs, and also how to get the approval for the regulatory from the regulatory bodies, right, to conduct the clinical trials, and also ethics in the clinical trials. So all those related to the drug regulatory affairs. And also one more industry is there, that is pharmaceutical packaging industries, that is also emerging industry nowadays. And apart from that, research and development, so where the new drugs have been discovered in the labs, research labs. And one more area is there, that is hospital pharmacy. So the main job role of hospital pharmacist is to procure the drugs and to maintain the proper drugs in the hospital. That is called as hospital pharmacy, right? In the hospital pharmacy, we can, the main role of the pharmacist is to procure the drugs and to maintain the essential drugs in the hospital. And apart from that, the pharmacist can also join as a community pharmacy. And the role of community pharmacy is to identify the prevalence of the disease. For example, here, recently we have suffered with the pandemic with the COVID-19. So the community pharmacists, they will assess in which area the disease is pandemic and which area the disease is endemic. And also, after completion of post-graduation in the MPharm, so the students can join as a assistant professors or the lecturers in the academic institutes. And also, the graduates can select the career option for pharma marketing, and they can apply for drug inspector jobs or drug controller jobs. And also they can join as a regulatory bodies, and they can open a chemist shop or drug store. So that is entrepreneurship. And also they are having ocean of opportunities in the abroad. So all these are the opportunities we have after completion of the pharma degree. So we will discuss one by one how to get those jobs and what are the essential qualifications that are required to get into those industries. We'll discuss one by one. So these are the job opportunities we have been already discussed in the recent picture. And broadly, the job opportunity in the pharmacy profession can be divided into 3 areas. So practice setting, we can practice the pharmacy. Other settings like academics, clinical research, and regulatory affairs. And also there is another setting is there, that is industrial setting. Probably the industrial settings and practice settings are the more important areas in the pharmacy profession. In the practice setting, the pharmacists can practice the pharmacy in the areas of community pharmacists, hospital pharmacists, and clinical pharmacists. So they're having their own different responsibilities. So as I explained in the previous slide, the community pharmacist plays a role in identifying the prevalence of a disease in a selected area or a pandemic. And the hospital pharmacist means he will be looking for the looking about the preparation of the list of the drugs that are included in the hospital formulary. A hospital formulary is nothing but the list of drugs that has to maintain in the hospital throughout the year. So that is called as hospital formulary or essential drugs. And whereas coming to other settings like academics, in the academics they can select teaching and research, and in the clinical research, so I'm talking about clinical research, and clinical research is a potential area where, so there is then emerging growth is there in clinical research, right? And also regulatory affairs, already I explained about regulatory affairs, those who look after getting the license from the government bodies like FDA and CDSCO. And coming to the industrial perspectives of the pharmacy profession, can join production, quality assurance, and here comes to the R&D in bulk drugs. That means so API. API is nothing but active ingredient in the formulation. So we can join as a research scientist in the bulk drug industry, or you can join as a research scientist as in a formulation industry also. So these are the common areas where the pharmacist can join. And these are the conventional areas, most conventional areas where the pharmacist can join. And apart from these opportunities, so maybe almost all the pharmacy graduates, they may have an idea on these job opportunities, right? So they're very routine. All the pharmacy graduates, they may know about these all areas. But surprisingly, I would like to introduce some special areas are there in the pharmacy that you have, you may not even listened about those areas till now. So I would like to tell about those things, right? First one is, this is nuclear pharmacies. I think this is the first time you are listening about this area in the pharmacy, right? So nuclear pharmacist, the main role of the nuclear pharmacist is to deal with the radiations. Generally, you know that the radiations or the radiotherapy is the second chance or second choice in the treatment of the cancer patients, right? Initially, the cancer patients may be treated with the chemotherapy, right? If still the patient is irresponsive, then the patients will be undergone with the radiotherapy. The radiotherapy is nothing but passing the radiations, different frequencies of radiations into the tumors, where the tumors will get destroyed by the radiations, right? And this radiotherapy has to be given by the pharmacist again. And this is a new emerging area in the pharmacy, nuclear pharmacy. You know, the nuclear pharmacist is the highest paid job in India. So I will show the salary, right? And this is the a screenshot that I have taken from the Naukri.com. So you can see there are many more jobs are there in India for radio pharmacist. You can see this is radio pharmacist. Clearly they have given in Mumbai, Maharashtra, and not only Maharashtra, and Bangalore, Chennai, and wherever there are cancer treatment hospitals. So there is a need of radio pharmacist. We can see the radio pharmacist salary itself is almost 1 lakh per month. On an average, it is 1 lakh per month. So on an average, the salaries may be 10 lakhs to 16 lakhs. Where there is demand, we can negotiate for, we can ask for more also, right? So probably now, so what is the eligibility criteria to be selected as a radio pharmacist? So this is the biggest task, right? And these are the roles and responsibilities of the radio pharmacist. He has to know about radiations and radioisotopes and how to prepare the patients for the radiotherapy and how to give the intensity, how to manage the intensity of the radiations to the patients, right? And these are the things the pharmacist has to know. So with B Pharm and M Pharm, you may not get chance to join as a radio pharmacist. And also, there is a huge demand for the radio pharmacist. No, so if you complete a course in the radio pharmacy, immediately you will be recruited. So there is more demand in that. So simple thing, after completion of your course in the radio pharmacy, you need to add your certification into your LinkedIn. So automatically the hospitals, they will identify the people or identify the candidates with the radio pharmacy diploma, and immediately they will recruit. Right? And for that, you need to do a course. So that is called as, so this is an add-on course, which is not included in the regular curriculum of B Pharm or M Pharm. So that course is Advanced Diploma in Radiotherapy Technology. This is Advanced Diploma Radiotherapy Technology. And this course is only available in 2 institutes in India, right? Only 2 colleges, they are offering this course. So they are government colleges. So one college is, this is Tata Memorial Cancer Research Center, Mumbai, TMC, Tata Memorial Cancer Research Center, Mumbai. So they are offering this course. The course intake is only 30 seats per year. The eligibility to join in the Advanced Diploma Radiotherapy course is B Pharm course or any life science graduate. So they can join as in Advanced Diploma Radiotherapy course. And also one more college is there, that is CMC, Christian Medical College, which is located in Raivelu, Tamil Nadu. And the entry into this course is purely based upon your merit that is obtained in the B Pharmacy. You see how much demand will be there. Per year, only 60 students they are passing out from this with this diploma. But there is coming to the need, so there is more need is there. As day by day and year by year, cancer patients are growing on. The number of cancer patients is increasing, so that the radiotherapy is required. So this is an important area where you can focus on. And one more special career opportunity is there for pharmacists. So that is called as nutrition support pharmacy. This is nutrition support pharmacy, where after completion of your B Pharm, you can join in a diploma or as nutritional course. So thereby you can guide the patients like diabetic patients or hypertensive patients or thyroid, right, about their nutrition. In every hospital, the corporate hospitals, they are recruiting nutritional specialists. Probably if the candidate pharmacy and with a knowledge on the nutrition, if they found such candidates, immediately they will recruit without any hesitation, right? Because the pharmacy graduate can give the counseling better than any life science graduate or any graduate. Okay, and we can give the guidance on the diet for the hypertension patient and for the diabetic patients like that. And one more pharmacy is there that is important, psychiatric pharmacy. And this is also very, very important special care opportunity. The psychiatric pharmacy includes dealing with the psychiatric patients, the patients with depression and the patients with anxiety, the patients with some schizophrenia. So that is called as a psychic condition. That is also one of the psychic conditions. And patients with Alzheimer's. So there are so many neurodegenerative disorders are there, right? So this course is also offered in India. So that is also a diploma course, psychiatric pharmacy. In India, only one college and one institute is offering the psychiatric diploma in pharmacy. So that institute is NIMHANS. I think you know about NIMHANS is a National Institute of Mental and Health Institute, which is located in the Bangalore, Karnataka, right? So the intake is 60 seats per year. You can Google it, NIMHANS Bangalore. So there you can find out the course details. And after obtaining the diploma in the psychiatric pharmacy also, you can join in rehabilitation centers, right, as a counselor. You can counsel the anxiety patients and you can counsel the drug withdrawal patients. And also you can join as a psychiatric pharmacy in de-addiction centers also. So there is a huge demand for this also. And whereas another career opportunity is there, that is forensic pharmacy, right? So it deals with the drug laws in India. And also you can complete a course, certification course in poison control. So it is also offered by some premier institutes in India. You can search in Google for these courses, poison control, and also pharmacotherapy, geriatric and pediatric therapy. And this is also very, very important course. Last one, geriatric pharmacy, you need to complete a course, the diploma course like geriatric therapeutics. So the eligibility is pharmacy graduate also, they can complete the geriatric diploma. So after completion of this geriatric diploma, right, after pharmacy graduation, you can try for abroad also, because there is a scarcity of caretakers in the abroad like US and UK, European countries. And in their in the old age homes, right, caretakers are much needed in their countries. You can apply for US and UK also, but not as a pharmacist. Just remember that. You will be not identified as a pharmacist. You will be appointed as a maybe geriatric caretaker. Like for pharmacists, if you want to do the job as a pharmacist in US or UK and also in UAE, Arabian countries, so there are some guidelines are there. I will let you know in the coming slides. And this is about nature of work. Already we have seen about this, right? And what is the responsibility? We'll see. Clinical pharmacy, generally clinical pharmacist. Actually, in India, there are many more corporate hospitals are there. Recently, they have the government of India health department. It has released one GO that, right? So every super specialty hospital, they need to recruit a clinical pharmacist. The main qualification for the clinical pharmacist is a PharmD, right? That is a 6-year course. So after completion of the PharmD, you can join as a clinical pharmacist. The main role of clinical pharmacist is, so they will work in collaboration with the doctors, nurses, and other healthcare providers. And they will form a bridge between doctor and patient, right? And they are involved in giving the counseling to the patients, and they are involved in identifying the any side effects and adverse drug effects in the hospital, right? So this is about the main brief outcome of the clinical pharmacy responsibility. And don't think that there are no jobs in the private sector or government sector, right? So if you complete your PharmD, there are ocean of opportunities out there. So I will show you one screenshot. Recently, yesterday itself, I have taken the screenshot to show you how many jobs are there in India, right? So here we can see there are around more than 2,000 clinical pharmacist jobs are there in India, right? So don't think that, don't believe in rumors that after completion of PharmD, there is no future like that. Obviously, there is a golden future is there for PharmD graduates, and for BPharm graduates also, after their BPharm, they can join a PharmD as a lateral entry. So after completion, they can opt for this clinical pharmacist job. You can see how many jobs are there, right? And next, hospital pharmacist role is to place the drug orders, right, and to control the stock and to maintain the proper medications in the hospital. And for this BPharm qualification is enough. And this is about the role of hospital pharmacist, and they are also involved in the dispensing responsibilities also. And a retail pharmacist, the retail pharmacist is nothing but the pharmacist who can interested in starting a new medical shop. So that is a drugstore. So generally, we should not call it as a medical shop. We should call it as a drugstore. And the pharmacist has to be called as a chemist and druggist, right? And industrial pharmacist, where we can the pharmacist is being involved in the production of tablets and other dosage forms. And research pharmacists, they are involved in the research activities in the pharmaceutical industries for development of a better drug molecule, right? So already in the first slide, I given a brief idea about why to what is the need of drug discovery. Yes, it is there. So there is a huge demand for drug discovery since day by day new diseases are coming, and also lack of efficient medication in as of now. As of now, you see, there is no efficient treatment is there for the cancer, right? All the chemo drugs, they're having some sort of side effects, and then some sort of cytotoxic effect on the humans, like nausea and vomiting and loss of the hair. So these are the and also decreased platelet count. And as of now, still now, there are no promising agents in the cancer treatment, right? So there is a huge demand is there to develop a new molecules to treat the cancer disease. And now coming to the skills of the pharmacist. What are the skills that are required for the pharmacy graduate in order to be succeed in their profession? So the pharmacy graduate requires hard skills, soft skills, and with their regular qualification. The hard skills that are required for the pharmacist are, and these are the subject skills, so that are required for the pharmacist. Pharmacology, which deals with the effect of the drugs on the humans as well as on the animals, and pharmacognosy deals with the medicinal plants that are available, and also chemistry deals with the synthesis of the new molecules, and pharmaceutical chemistry deals with the structural activity relationship of the drugs. Microbiology deals with isolation of the drugs from the bacteria, so bacterial sources, and pharmacy practice deals with the services, clinical services, and pharmaceutics, which deals with the formulations of the different dosage forms. Pharmacy laws deals with approval from the regulatory bodies, and anatomy, biochemistry, biopharmaceutics, kinetics, and compounding medications. And these are the subject skills that every pharmacist must have. And not only these hard skills will gives us the good job, but apart from hard skills, soft skills also should be there, right? And the soft skills are mandatory for the sales jobs and marketing jobs. So because we need to communicate with the people, right? We need to communicate with the consumers properly, and we need to impress the physicians about our product, drug product, right? And that's why pharmacists should be a good speaker also. He should have good communication skills and good interpretation skills. So because and also as I said, the clinical pharmacist, the main role of the clinical pharmacist is to deal with the patients, right? To counsel the patients about their treatment. And for that purpose, the pharmacist has to develop, right, the communication skills. In proper way, we need to communicate with the patients. And these are the different opportunities that are there for the PharmD graduates. I will let you know, the academics, they can join as a faculty in the PharmD colleges, and they can join as a research scientist. They can join as a research scientist, right? Research scientist means in clinical research areas. You know that drugs are being tested in the process called as clinical trial. So in which there are three phases are there: phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3, and phase 4 also there, that is post-marketing phase. Anyhow, the PharmD graduate, they are involved in the clinical research. So the position is called as clinical research associate. So that is called as CRA. There are so many clinical research organizations are there in India. India stoods in the first place in conducting the clinical trials among the world, right? So there is a high demand is there for the people after PharmD to join as a research scientist, and also he can join as a regulatory affair manager. So in which he need to look after with the application. Generally, in order to get the permission to test the drugs on the humans, we need to apply for the license called as IND. IND is nothing but investigational new drug application. So that is investigational new drug application that has to be looked after by regulatory affairs manager. And also after completion of the clinical trials, in order to release into the market, we need to apply for NDA. So that is called as new drug application. For that application also, regulatory affairs manager has to be there. Even PharmD graduates, they can join as a regulatory affairs manager, and they can choose the careers in clinical trials. And one more emerging area that is called as medical writer. So medical writer involves the collection of the cases from the US and European countries, and the translation of those medical cases into uh, uh, audits, drug audits. And then coming to clinical pharmacist, pharmacy manager, pharmacovigilance. Pharmacovigilance is nothing but to monitor the side effects and ADRs of the drugs after release into the market, right? The people who are involved in the pharmacovigilance, they are going to observe the side effects that are being due to the drug is newly coming into the market. So if there are unavoidable side effects and unavoidable ADRs are there due to the newly released drug, so immediately we can report to the regulatory bodies in the India. So that is the Pharmacovigilance Department, PVPI, right? So which is located in the New Delhi. Immediately they will take an action on the drug. So either to withdraw the drug or to continue the drug. So here there are, you see, in general people view, pharmacist means they're only eligible to start the medical shop, or they are only eligible to act as a pharmacist in the dispensary unit like that. But that is not right. Right? You can see there are ocean of opportunities are there in the pharmacy. And these are the opportunities for the post-graduation candidates in the pharmacy field. That is, they can join as a teachers in the academic institutes and R&D scientists and CROs, clinical research organizations, and CMOs. So that is contract manufacturing organization. That means you can start a small manufacturing unit. So in which we can associate with some large manufacturing units like Reddy's Labs and Hetero Labs. We can get the permission from them, right, to start some contract manufacturing units, and also production and regulatory compliance. And one more career opportunity is there. So that is post graduation in MBA, pharma MBA. So a few of the students from our college also, they have been studied pharma MBA, and they have settled down as a with good package, an excellent package, right? So MBA pharmaceutical management also, it is a best option for the students who are pursuing B.Pharm, right? And they can be appointed as a marketing executive and the marketing sector, right? So with this, we have I have completed about the career opportunities in India, starting from academic field and industrial field, research field, manufacturing field, and drug safety field, right? And also clinical research field, and clinical contract manufacturing field, medical writing field, hospital field. Like that, we have discussed so many opportunities that are available in India. But now, the people may have doubt, and also maybe they don't have idea how to get the chance to uh, get a job in US, or to be recognized as a US pharmacist, or how to get the chance to recognize it as a pharmacist in the Arabian countries like UAE, United Arabian Emirates, and King Saudi Arabia, because they are also richest countries as of now in Dubai and also Qatar. And so many pharmacy graduates from our India, so they are migrating to Qatar and Dubai, and also some Saudi Arabian countries with excellent packages. So that also I will discuss in coming slides. Right. In order to recognize it as a pharmacist, as a US pharmacist, right? So there is no direct entry for the Indian pharmacy graduates to the US. First of all, they need to apply and clear the exam called as FPGE, which is Foreign Pharmacy Graduate Equivalency Exam. So even the B.Pharmacy graduate from our India is eligible to take the exam FPGE, right? And the FPGE exam, we can complete from India itself. No need to migrate to the US, right? From India, we can complete the exam. The exam cost is a little bit expensive. It is, the exam cost is around 75,000 exam fee, and the syllabus of exam is they will the exam paper will be in from B.Pharm course itself. And after completion of the FPGE certificate, so then the US government, they will give us the visa, right? And meanwhile, before entry into the US, after completion of this FPGE, you can complete TOEFL exam. So that is mandatory English proficiency exam. So once if you clarify the TOEFL, they will give the certificate. So that certificate is called as FPGEC. So that is Foreign Pharmacy Graduate Examination Committee. So with that FPGEC, right? So still you are not recognized as a US pharmacist, even though after completion of FPGE and also TOEFL and also getting the FBGEC, you will be identified as a pharmacy technician. Pharmacy technician is the second position in the pharmacy stores. So he will be assisting to the main pharmacist in the drug stores in the US, right? So then after FPGEC, right, you need to complete an internship of 6 months, right, of 8 years, 8 hours per day, right? 8 hours per day, you need to complete the internship in any pharmacy stores as a pharmacy technician up to 6 months, right? So again, I'm repeating. So first you need to complete your B.Pharm, then you need to take the exam FPGE from India itself. And after passing that exam, you need to complete the TOEFL, then you will eligible to migrate into the US, they will give the visa. And after entry into the US, you need to complete 6 months internship. So for 8 hours per day, and then you are eligible to write an exam called as NAPLEX. So which is the abbreviation of this is North American Pharmacist License Exam. So once if you clear this NAPLEX, you will be get the permanent work permit in US, and also you will be identified as a US pharmacist, right? And probably all these things, it may take 3 to 5 years, but anyhow, once if you clear all these exams, if you have been recognized as a US pharmacist, and you know that in the US the topmost paid job is pharmacist, and the pharmacist job is the top paid job in the US, is even it is more than doctors and more than lawyers. And this is how we can clear the exam. And this is purely computer based exam. And even we can see here the same thing I have mentioned in this slide. We can apply for the exam from India itself, right? BPharm graduates can go for PharmD education in US, and this is another option. If you don't want to waste the time to write the FBG exam and TOEFL and all, and if you don't want to waste the money and time, then there is a shortcut is there. After completion of the BPharm in India, you can apply for the PharmD course in US, right? And you can join the PharmD course directly to the 4th year of PharmD in US, and after completion of the PharmD in the US, and you can directly take the exam NAPTEX. No need of PG, FPG. But whereas for BPharm graduates, there is no, uh, BPharm graduates are not eligible to take the exam NAPLEX directly. They need to complete PharmD in US itself, but not in India. Just remember. And this is the flow chart. How can we become the US pharmacist? FBGE, TOEFL, and certification, and then entry into the America. And after you complete NAPLEX, and you can appointed as a US pharmacist, right? And this is one thing. And after US, the highest paid job in of the pharmacy is in the UAE, especially in the Qatar and Doha, and even they are paying more than 1 lakh per month also for pharmacists. And to become the pharmacist in the UAE, you need to directly we can write the exam. So that is called as a HAD exam. Here this is HAD exam. HAD means nothing but Healthy Authority Abu Dhabi. So they will conduct this exam for health professionals, healthcare professionals like nurses, lab technicians, and also doctors and pharmacists. So separate exams will be there, and you can appear for the HAD pharmacist exam from India. And this is the link I have given, hadexam.com. So from that link, you can apply from India itself. You can complete the exam from India also, right? No need to migrate, no need to go to Dubai, right? From India itself, you can complete the exam, and the exam is conducted by the Ministry of Health and the Federal Department of the Dubai. So once if you complete this HAD exam from India, right, you are eligible to be act as a recognized or authorized pharmacist in UAE. And one more thing is there, without appearing this HAD exam also, you can apply for the pharmacy technician job, but not for pharmacist job. So pharmacy technician salary is a little bit less when compared with the pharmacist. After entering into the Dubai or Qatar, you can complete this HAD exam also. And there are in India, there are only one consultancy is there, that is overseas healthcare consultants are there in Bangalore. They are giving the guidance to clear the exam, HAD exam in the pharmacy. And one more thing you need to remember, that after completion of your BPharm, you must have 2 years experience, in the pharmacy stores after holding the basic certificate. And this is very, very important. But anyhow, the UAE nationals are exempted from those criteria. And this is the phone number of that consultants. So they are very genuine consultants, and they are giving the guidance to the students from past 25 years, right? And thousands of students, they have been cleared the HAD exam, they have been settled in Arab countries. And I think you have had an idea about this one, about opportunities and also future perspectives in pharmacy professions. Finally, I will conclude with one word. So don't be afraid about the a future of pharmacy profession, and don't believe that rumors that only pharmacy graduate can be eligible to do job in hospitals and to pharmacy stores. So as I said, so you can do anything, right? So anything of your interest. So if you have any doubts regarding your future guidance, you can contact me. So I would like to conclude my presentation. I would like to thank our management of Nirmala College of Pharmacy and our beloved principal, Dr. Sheikh Abdul Rahman sir, for giving me this beautiful opportunity for motivating this pharmacy graduate and also life science graduates. And I would like to extend my gratitude to the AP State Skill Development Corporation for giving this opportunity to our Nirmala College of Pharmacy to motivate the students and to give a basic idea to the students about our pharmacy profession and also opportunities in the pharmacy profession. So I would like to thank all the participants who are being patient with me throughout these presentations. And I would like to thank one and all.
Any question? Hi, dear participations. Any questions asked to sir? Do you have any questions asked to sir? Sir is clarification each and every questions.
So dear participants, if you have any queries or questions regarding your future perspectives and also your career, you can ask me. I think no questions, sir.
Just hold answer, just 1 or 2 minutes wait answer. If any question,
Yeah.
some of people are typing or short box or whatever.
Yeah.
Rahman sir, are you there, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is crystal clear, sir. Almost all the information, sir, has been explained clearly.
Okay,
So
sir. Okay.
it's good to hear all those opportunities, sir.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Students, delegates, still, if anybody wish to ask any questions, you can interact with the today's speaker. Faculty also can interact. Sir, Vinay Kumar, sir, is there opportunities in army forces, sir, armed force?
Yes, sir. Obviously, even after completion of diploma course itself, you can apply for army pharmacist, and also there are other government jobs like railways pharmacist also there, sir.
Okay.
And one more thing, sir, APSRTC, RTC corporations in Telangana and as well as in Andhra Pradesh also, they're also recruiting the pharmacists in government bodies.
Sir, someone asked asking the question, sir. How about opportunities for M.Pharm graduates in USA?
Yes, sir. Actually, after completion of your M.Pharm graduate, I think the question is from Pavani. After completion of your M.Pharm course in the India, you can apply for PhD, right? If you have good publications, right? After completion of your project, first thing you need to draft the good publications and you need to publish it in Scopus Index and with good impact factor journals. So then automatically the people from US, so they will identify, they will give the chance to the M.Pharm graduates, right? To be given, they will give the research admissions in the renowned universities with good research emolument. And also M.Pharm, after M.Pharm also you can, same thing, you need to complete FDGE exam and an NAPLEX exam. So if you want to settle down as a pharmacist, retail pharmacist, or if you want to go for research, you need to have good publications with your profile. Then any more questions?
Sir, when comes to the growth of the pharmacy or life science graduates, which one is very much preferred? Like industry, industrial thing is there, and software side opportunities also is there. So which one will be having a good growth in their future plans?
Yes, sir. That's right. Purely, sir, it depends upon the skills of that person. And coming to the growth and this one, actually, in India, the manufacturing industry is almost it is getting saturated. So because even the graduates from a BSc or some other non-technical persons also they are joining in the manufacturing industry. So in my opinion, better not to opt for manufacturing industries and all. And you can join the area where you can showcase your skills, like software industries. There are so many software industries are there, like vigilance department, vigilance industries, and also medical writing and scientific writing. And these are the emerging areas where you can showcase your skills. So one more question is there from Anand R. So we can do PG after B.Pharm.C. What about opportunities after PG? Yes, same thing I have expressed in couple of slides. So after PG, you can join as a faculty in academic institutes, and also you can join as a research scientist in the manufacturing industries, and also you can, for example, there are many more PG branches are there. M.Pharm.C. is not a small area, right? It has a chemistry branch, it has a formulation branch, it has a research branch. So depending upon the branch you have selected, you can opt for your careers. You can join as a research junior research scientist, right? You can join as a clinical research assistant, or you can join in the preclinical, that is animal studies are there. So in that area also you can join. I think so. The question is from Anandar. I think I have given clarity to you. Right.
Morning, sir. I'm Ram from APS Industries. Am I audible, sir? Hello.
Disturbance
Australian countries and also African countries also they are offering a job like South Africa and like Ethiopia, and also some countries like Canada, Australia.
Hello.
Hi sir, how to approach pharmacovigilance sector? The question is for Teja Mukambika. Actually, in order to get a job in pharmacovigilance sector, we need to do one diploma course. So there are so many consultancies are there which are offering the certificate course in the pharmacovigilance. And apart from that, after completion of your PharmD also, you can directly eligible to be act as a drug safety associate. The actual position in the pharmacovigilance is called as drug safety associate. That is called as entry level position. The main eligibility is either to take the diploma course in the pharmacovigilance after B.Pharm, or else you can join the PharmD. From that you can directly eligible to be act as a drug safety associate. Right. I think I have given clarity to their Teja Mukhamika. What are the job opportunities for pharma graduate in Germany and New Zealand? Right. So for Germany and New Zealand, you need to complete the certificate exam. In the New Zealand and Australia, they are combinedly conducting the exam called as ASPECT exam. ASPECT exam means Australian Society for Pharmacy Education and Training, right? So that exam you need to take for to be registered as a pharmacist in both Australia as well as New Zealand. And in Germany, in order to get the job in the Germany as a pharmacist, you need to complete the UK certification program. So that is given by the guidelines are there in the UK pharmacy training Both.
Yeah, any more questions, students? Vinay sir, one more question is there.
Coding job in Kenya.
Yes.
Somebody asked about medical coding job in Kenya. Yes, sir. Actually, just now I give the clarity to someone else. I think probably African countries. Yes, after the completion of your B Farm, you need to complete your license exam to the Africa, right? So then only you can eligible to enter into the Africa. Yes, we can do the medical coding job in Kenya, right? And in somewhere else also. Yes, sir. Oh,
Yes.
thank you, Mr. Vishnu. How to
How to-
become a government pharmacist? How to become a government pharmacist means, yeah, actually the government of railways and government of defense, Ministry of Defense, and also some other government and also DMHO, district medical health officers, and DME, district medical education departments, the Andhra Pradesh State Family and um, Welfare Department. They are regularly they are giving the notification. So for that you can follow the website, their respective websites.
Vinay sir. Yeah. Hello, Rahman sir.
Sir, hello.
Yes. Vinay sir, video hold on, sir. Vinay sir.
యాక్చువల్ గా అది పవర్ ఫ్లక్చుయేషన్స్ ఏమైనా అయిందా సార్ అది
Okay. Okay, sir.
సార్ ఐ థింక్ సార్ సెమినార్ ఇస్ సార్
Shall we close the session, sir?
ఎస్ సార్ షూర్ సార్
Yeah. Okay, sir. And I am Ram from APSSTC. So actually, we had a great session and great, good webinars from the past 3 days from Nirmala College, and it's special thanks to Nirmala College of Pharmacy and to you, sir, Abdul Rahman, sir.
థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్
And APSSTC is looking a great webinars like this in the future also, like medical coding and all those topics, different topics.
ఓకే సార్
Okay, sir. And
సో ఆల్ ద స్టూడెంట్స్ డెలిగేట్స్ విల్ రిసీవ్ సర్టిఫికేట్స్ నా సార్ ఈ సర్టిఫికేట్స్
just I'll confirm to you, sir. Pratap sir will confirm to you. Will confirm you on that.
సార్
Okay, sir. I'll inform you of the session, sir.
ఓకే
Sir, actually my network got disconnected, sir.
Yes, sir.
Here. Yes. Again, I'm reconnected.
Rahman sir, we are closing the session, sir. And thank you, Vinay sir.
Yes, sir.
So, 1 minute, sir.
Hello, sir. Any questions, sir? And outside, sir, if, certification, participation certification is also provided, sir, in the students.
Okay.
Total as a feedback from also feedback from depends on the feedback from the the participations and whatever, sir. Once again, thank you to Nirmala College of Pharmacy and Principal Sir Rahman sir and Vinay sir and Surekan Science sir also.
Sir.
Thank you once again. Thank you, sir. Thank you for this opportunities of unemployed youth and college now present pharma students. Thank you, sir.
థ్యాంక్ యూ వెరీ మచ్
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for giving this opportunity.
Thank you, sir.